Okay guys, FIFA 23 has finally arrived and we're into a 4-3-3 custom tactics and we're going to hit it up straight away. Right on, moving straight into the tactics team, we are going to play a drop back formation defensive style in this standard 4-3-3. And width we're going to come back to a 40 and depth we're going to come up to a 50. Offensively, fast build-up play, guys. Forward runs. We have a lot of attacking prowess up top, so we want to make sure we're utilizing that. Width, we're going to go out to a 60 when we are attacking because we want to have defenders get chalk on their feet. Players in the box, corners, free kicks. As long as we have those two out, we'll be A-OK. Jumping into the instructions. Okay, guys, so our left winger, we want them to stay wide. We want them to get in behind our centre forward or our striker, depending what you want to call them. We want them to get in behind. And we want them to stay central. Our right winger. Okay, so you can basically apply this to either wing you want to, but one winger has to be cutting inside. So let's change it up. Cut inside. We then want our support runs to be come short. So basically what we're trying to do here, guys, is hold one side of the defense up higher and let the other defenders have to defend back a lot further. And then we can make a wicked diagonal line that is very, very hard to defend against. Because in FIFA 23, guys, it is a lot harder. The game feels heavier. So the speed of FIFA 22 isn't really there yet. So for these first lot of tactics in the next generation of gaming, you need to be able to expose defenses in your own way, which is a lot more difficult to do, of course. Field, we're not really going to change much at all in midfield, guys. Stick to position, stick to position, stick to position. Now, in a 4-3-3, essentially, you want your right back and left back to join the attack. The reason we can do this, guys, is because our three really tight midfielders there that are playing quite close together can cover the wings quite easily for us and allow our defenders to get back. Now, of course, anyone that's watched my tactics long enough would know, as long as we're keeping the two defenders are staying back while attacking and sticking to position, we're fine. And our keeper, he's coming for crosses and he's a sweeper. Keeper, you're up. You've done it. You've scored. Your sister is on her bum. And we want to defend for the hills. Hit our ultra defensive. We're going to start with the instructions. Now, what we want to do is press R2 in our tactics from before. But because we're going defensively, what we want to change is just stay back while attacking. And stay back while attacking with our defenders. We don't want to change our front three. They'll come back and they'll offer basic defensive support anyway. So don't change your front three. Still give the defender something to think about. Because we can understand, guys, what you have to understand is if you just defend for the hills, you're not going to be able to get out of trouble. Like, you're going to have their defenders coming on you flat out and you're not going to be able to get any relief. So you still need to push them back into the tactics. We're going to change this up into a press after possession loss. We are going to come out to a 45 for our width, a little bit wider, but our depth is coming down to a 30. Perfect. Okay, with our offense, guys, we want to do a balanced build-up play and we want to hold possession of the ball. We also want to bring our width in just a little bit to a 45, so that way we are still controlling that midfield, because that's where they're going to come through. When you get desperate, you know what it's like, guys. When they get desperate, it's through the middle and it's big balls over the top. That's all they do. Players in the box, guys, we want very few. We're defending very, very few. Okay, so leave as much defensive support as you got, so you can't get beaten. But something bad's happened. Really, really bad. You let go of the lead. You allowed your sister to come and get you. This is not Year 7, your homework, your dog ate your homework. This is FIFA 23 and you're meant to be an icon. Get into your tactics, get into the ultra attack, and I'm going to sort this out for you. Straight over to the instructions. Copy in from balance. Effect. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to not change our front three. We still want them to do the same thing, but what we're going to have to really mess with here is our midfield. So we want them to get forward. Get forward. You don't need your central. We still need a bit of support there. So we're going to hold him back, because what we're going to do to our defenders here is join the attack and join the attack. Okay. So what that will allow us to do, guys, is still have that one central defender, defensive midfielder, who will find it very difficult. Don't get me wrong. We find it very difficult to cover the place, but he's there at least to cut it off. But also choose your best rated attacking defender, and we're going to put him into step up, okay? And we'll chuck him as player as a striker as well. So that way then, he's stepping up high with the higher depth, and he's going to play as a striker just to add a better option. But try and pick your best one. Right, jumping back into the tactics, we're going to go constant pressure, because you know you need to keep the ball. You need to get the ball, keep the ball, keep firing in. With the 55 depth, we're pushing up. Get up to a 75 at least. Get them nice and high, depending how far you are behind. If you're far behind and you're really desperate, push to 100. If you've still got a few minutes to go on the game, you think you can get back into it, 75 is plenty. Right. Offensively, we want fast build-up. We want direct passing. Now, what this means is everyone's moving forward, but the passing creates chances by when they make their runs. For the strikers that make their runs, your passing is direct to them and they run with the ball. So you're going to have to use a bit of arsenic and trickery. Width, we're going to go up to a 50. Players in the box, leave one out. It's always my advice, is to leave one out. What I find with these tactics is that your formation may have to change. And if that's the case, I really recommend checking out this formation.